Keeping it real with Rudy Liquid, the topical interactive chat show where you may end up being one of the guests with special guests and you the audience. Comedy with Rudy Liquid. This event is brought to you by Comedy Hotspot. Don't forget, keeping it real with Rudy Liquid.
Greetings, see you all on the 22nd of March when I will be appearing on the Keep It Real chat show talking to Rudy Liquid, 8:30 p.m. live on YouTube and Facebook. Yes I am.
When we go shopping, he carries the shopping bags.
So you're not carrying on?
No, I just walk with my two hands free. Honestly,
I don't know if
we're running out of time.
Wait.
Time.
Red card.
What's I'll say first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube.
Respect your husband, alright? Allow him to be the man he can be. Don't cheat, alright? Make sure. Shut up! Allow him to talk.
I'm gonna turn off my camera.
Mark, yes or no? What you put me on this time of morning? You're gonna scare everybody.
It was a cassette. You know when you had to push the pencil in between into the hole? Yes, man. And finish.
It's a warning.
Well, straight away, that, red flag. Phone community, why are we the guinea pigs now?
Yeah, man.
I feel like when you are speaking up for yourself, it should be unapologetic and it should be honest. I think that we all.
But in Ubuntu, we have programs that kind of look at identity, raising self-esteem, looking at our history.
Often when you watch the news and stuff, everyone's talking about race. And I'm just thinking, well, there's more than that. I know just having no dad and having to work out what it means to be a black man in the UK was a very, very difficult.
Close your eyes, let that rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it, there ain't nothing that you can do. Relax your mind, lay back and groove with mine. You gotta feel that heat, and we're gonna ride the boogie, yeah. Share that beat of love. I wanna rock with you, dance you into sun. I wanna rock with you, rock the night.
Keeping It Real with Rudy Liquid, the topical interactive chat show where you may end up being one of the guests, with special guests and you the audience. Comedy with Rudy Liquid. This event is brought to you by Comedy Hotspot. Don't forget, Keeping It Real with Rudy Liquid.
Woo! Hello. Wait, what that? Yeah, guys, hello. How you doing? Woo! I'm hot. I am extra hot because I honestly didn't expect to get this gentleman for the show. I really didn't. He's done me a big favor in coming here, I must admit, and I think we're all actually gonna be sports. So how is everybody in the room? I've noticed that I've got lots of comments already flying through from the likes of Shugs up in Wolverhampton. Rudy, Macka B and the R&B family, welcome all newcomers. Welcome all the newcomers. I must say that's true. Thank you for joining me. Thank you very much for joining me. Julie Juice is in the room. Evening, Rudy, R&B crew and Keeping It Real. Massive. Look at that. Alfia and Julie Juice having a private conversation on there. Leisha, how you doing? Clapping your hands already. We haven't even started. Verona Green, a new member of the Ransom Banch crew. How you doing, darling? How you doing? Nice to have you in the room, Paul. Greetings, my friend. Greetings, greetings, greetings. And as we all say, it's important to share. It's important to share. Good evening. Good evening, T Smooth. Good evening, one and all. Hope all are well. Aha. And Carol as well. Carol, welcome, 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 welcome. Well, I'm not going to waste any time. You know me. Normally, I would introduce my guests with a collage, right? But what we're going to be doing this evening is we're going to be playing quite a few clips. So no need for a collage. More for me just to bring him in. So please, nice round of applause for the one and only Mr. Macka B.
Yes, Rudy, greetings.
Greetings, bruv. Thank you very much for taking the time out to talk to me, man. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Yeah, man, I feel good, man. Give thanks for life, you know. Rastafari. Yes, I.
You see that my man always no time. He give thanks to Rastafari before he even move on. Look at the Alfia is saying that she's already excited. Already excited, man. Excited for tonight, you know. I believe we are going to get an eye-opener, do you know what I mean, to this gentleman here, because as I said to you, look at that, they're applauding you. You ain't even said nothing, Macka, and they're applauding you. What's going on, man?
I don't know. Just give thanks, you know.
You haven't said a goddamn word. You got look at that, you got mixed race people in here as well giving you compliment. Well, go on. We salute you. We salute you, Macka B. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Bless up, Julie. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Nothing but love in the room for you, bro. Nothing but love for you.
Phil. Yeah, man.
You know, because like I said to you earlier on, like when I'm talking to you, I feel like I'm talking to Bob Marley, Peter Tosh. It's like I'm speaking to Aswad. It's like I'm speaking to a genre of conscious artists, which I think is kind of like missing today. It's missing today, but I think where we will go straight into is this healthy living, this healthy lifestyle that you've brought to the globe. I mean, how did that all come about?
Yeah, well, many people might not know say me a vegan still, so I eat no meat, no fish or dairy, and I stopped eating meat from I was about 16 years old, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, wasn't too comfortable with it anymore, so I stopped eating meat and carry on with the fish for a bit, then stop the fish, and then stop the dairy because I used to get gastritis, you know, bad gastritis. And I never realized, say, I was lactose intolerant, you know, can't digest the milk. Like a lot of people, like especially a lot of black people, you know.
Yes.
So,
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, you're right, because I was pooping all over the place, not realizing why. You understand what I'm saying? And
exactly.
It wasn't until like further research did you begin to realize that actually the milk was for the calf.
Exactly. Yeah, it's perfect for the calf. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It was sorry. Yeah,
so we're done with the milk and thing, and you know, carry on a bit. And so about in the year 2006 or 7, we did do a song called what me eat.
Mm-hmm.
And because everywhere I used to go in the world, when I said I don't eat meat, fish, or dairy, then it's like they get confused, like there was nothing else. And they look at me and they say, well, I'm a big man, I'm 6'3", double extra large. So them say, I must be eating something, I can't be surviving on grass, you know? So I decided to make a song called What Me Eat.
Okay.
In the song What Me Eat, one of the verses in it, me list a whole heap of things that vegans can, because a lot of things you can eat, you know, when you cut out the meat, you know. And I did it in a fast style, like kalalawaki, sweet potato, yam, banana, and tomato, cabbage, spinach, avocado, chocolate butter, and go on and go on and go on and go on and go on. And it become a meme, it become very popular, you know. And when we do it in dances and festivals, people go crazy, you know. It's a big tune. So
no, it was definitely a massive tune, but the thing is that when you started to look at each individual produce, right? I mean, we should talk about the cucumber.
Yeah, but may I come to that? Guys, all part of the story.
We got time, man.
Yeah, that may I say. It's all part of the story. So
yes, sir.
With that song now, I got like big in vegan circles as well. Like the Vegan Society made me an ambassador and all those kind of things, you know. So, you know.
Yeah, you didn't tell me.
Become big in the vegan world. So in 2017 now, I talk with my children, my youth, them, my big people them in their 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And them I said, Dad, you know, it's our social media are the big thing now. Mm-hmm. And we try going it a bit deeper, you know, because we know it a little bit, but we never really try to go deep in it. So we come up with a thing called Medical Monday.
Okay.
You know, trying to tell people the benefits of fruits and vegetables, because we were seeing too much illness in the community, you know.
Okay.
There's a time when we have got too much funeral and we are saying a lot of these illnesses can be reversed just through food, just through eating the right thing, you know. So we are saying we are trying to edify the people and at the same time entertain them. So at first we start to some Instagram posts and some Facebook posts, just 1 minute. I mean, just talk it like me I talk to you. I say, well, this fruit is it's very beneficial. It's got antioxidants, it's anti-inflammatory, you know, it's got polyphenols and all these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And the first post I did, I got a good response. I said, well, this is good. Like some thousands of views and, you know, whole heap of likes and things.
All right.
And then one day I say, why don't I do it? I wake up in the night and I say, why don't I do it in Macka B style?
Proper style.
Yeah, with rhythm and rhyme and maybe a little bit of humor in it and thing. So I did one and we get millions of views. And I said, what's something in this thing here? And then we did a couple more and then we did the cucumber.
All right.
And when we do the cucumber now, it just went global and viral. All over millions and millions of people, hundreds of millions of people watch it and like it, you know. Cause some sites did share it, called Unilad.
Okay.
Them share it and for them posts get 100 million and some other site get 80 million and all them kind of things. And people like Naomi Campbell start share it and Beyonce mother say it bad and Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman, rest in power, say him love it and all. It just go all over the world, you know, and I start catch playing and people say, Macka B. And the American walk in a shop, it's the cucumber man and all them kind of thing. It just blow up, but me just give thanks that people gravitate to it, because I think it was something that people needed at that time, because as you know, your health is your wealth, you know, and
of course
people realize, you know. So I didn't do it to go viral. I do it to try to help people. And the going viral is just an added bonus.
Yeah, and plus with the Macka B mix as well. I mean, this is one of the reasons why, because normally, right, Macka B, I put a collage together of pictures and images, yeah, and I play as an introduction to introduce you, yeah. And I thought what we would do is we would use some of your music actually throughout the conversation. And seeing as we brought up the cucumber, I thought that this would be the ideal first one. Well, I'm with.
The other day I was doing an interview and the man said, Macka B, you're getting a lot of new fans and very popular from your vegan healthy eating posts. Some people even know you from them the most. Do you mind? Mine? Me say no, sir, me no mind. It is what it is. I give thanks. No people see the post and go on to love the music. Me say cucumber to the world. It was inevitable. Me love me fruit and vegetable. Yes, I am. Greetings, how you feeling? You know what I'm dealing. You know fruits and veg for the healing. So colorful and so appealing. Greetings, how you keeping? That's right, it's Macka B speaking. Last year I started a new thing. Videos about healthy eating. Started a medical Monday. Informative and a fun day. Also the one me eat Wednesday. Got a lot of followers, met a lot of friends. Hey, I'm of the lyrical kind. So I did the post with the rhythm and rhyme. All of them 1 minute in time. With chorus, verses and a punchline. One of the videos went viral. See the views, they started to spiral. Many millions, high number. That one was about the cucumber. Got shared by many people. Take for example Naomi Campbell. People were taking it all as an example. Cucumber to the world.
Cucumber to the world.
Yeah, man.
It's a wicked little, because the thing is, right, is that I remember my Twitter feed was just popping off. It was just popping off every Monday. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, come up with something. Yeah, come up with something. Yeah, come up with something. Yeah, come up with this scallion is good for this. You get me? Ginger is good for this. Kino songs and all them things there. And I was like, rotted. You know, I was at first I was kind of like surprised when it first licked my post and thing, and then I kind of got used to the fact that you was delivering it.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, wait, hold on, Monday I come, I'm gonna see this thing yet. But I honestly didn't know that it had such a big impact, though. I didn't know.
Yeah, man. People really look forward to it all over the world. You know, it's really good, and people gravitate towards it a lot. You know, I get messages from even doctors and school teachers and mothers. We get messages from mothers that say, Macka B, we love you. You make our children eat greens for the first time. Cause sometimes when you make something fashionable, you know, the youth them love it, you know, and after them really getting it and partake of it, then reap the benefits of it, you know. So it's all good, you know.
Cucumber to the world, man. Like, I just can't believe that, you know, because like you said, we did the video in India too, you know. India too, yeah.
No, we did that video in India. Cause I was in India for
the
festival last year, and we had some time off after the festival, so it's like if you do a video, cause cucumber to the world, and we're in a different part of the world, so it just blend perfectly, you know.
Because I've got people in the group here saying we always remember song lyrics. Great way to remember the information. I mean,
exactly. I saw you teach young people for learn things, you know, A, B, C, D. You know, you put it in a rhythm and rhyme and little melody, and then can remember it better. So you know.
Yeah, because the thing is that rhythm and rhyme was always a part of you. Because there's one thing people might not know is that you used to play the violin.
Yeah, it was a little bit, you know, like when we were at school, you know, when we're really young, then give you some instrument and say, try this and try that. So then give me the violin and I say, yeah, me try it, but some of the music, me never really, you know, I mean, I love reggae still, you know, so some of the classical thing, even though me appreciate love some of it now, you know, but at the time, it wasn't for me, but it keep me in good stead for later life, because me get to play guitar.
Okay.
So I play guitar now as well, you know, so it's another string instrument. So we give thanks for that early inspiration, you know.
Okay, so what other instruments do you play? Other than, what about the piano? Do you play the piano?
A little bit of keyboard. I'm not a virtuoso or anything like that, but we can work some chords and things, you know, and we can build tune and them something, you know.
Okay, because do you sort of like, you know, because what comes to you first, the melody or the lyrics?
It depends still. It depends. Like if somebody send me a rhythm, something in the rhythm can spark a melody. And then after you have the melody, it's the lyrics. But sometimes if me just wake up in the night, me have a lyrics in my head. You know, and sometimes, you know, me I forget. I used to have like one of them recorder.
Yes.
Right next to my bed. So cause you probably know, say, sometimes when the inspiration come, if you don't get it down,
it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. So I have to make sure we get it down. I know we have the phones, and I can run and get my phone and I just, make sure me remember the idea, So
Okay,
like that.
fling it down into the dictaphone. It's true because modern technology has made a massive difference to the way in which even I produce my my comedy nowadays. Because it is true, you just pick up the phone, just talk to the phone. You get me, and then you just put it down. But the thing is that so when you was at school, music, you're saying wasn't really a big part of you then, around them time. Then when you was at school, it wasn't really a big.
No, not really still, but you see at home, because the street where me live, my best friend, his father used to have a sound system.
Okay.
He lived 4 doors away. And every Saturday night a blues party. So from me a little youth, me I hear bass I run down the street, and it was one of the greatest thing, send me to sleep and everything. Some people like and say, oh, they can't sleep because of the bass. The bass, it make we sleep,
All right, yeah.
And I used to say to my little brethren, I say, you see, when we get older, we must have a sound system car, we love the sound system vibe. And it just so happened that his father passed down the sound to him. The sound was called Lord Barley sound in Wolverhampton. And then he passed it down to my brethren, and we all had the sound, and we renamed it Exodus Sound.
Okay.
It was Rasta youth at that time, so movement of Jah people,
Because I mean, a lot of us got caught up in the because I mean on Sundays that's when I used to really hear music in my house anyway, because then that's when family members used to, either we were going to one set of family's house or they was coming to our house. It was always on the Sunday, and then that's when the music would come out. Do you get me? And everyone would start dance up and ting, and you kind of like, it was like a vibe. You could feel the vibe, because like I said, the bass kind of put you to sleep, innit?
Yeah, man. After a while, you listen to it for a while, but after a while, you just go to sleep, Cause me see big people sleeping at speaker box, You get sleeping at dancing at speaker box, Cause so the bass there.
Oh my God. There's questions already coming in. One is coming in from Leisha Marshall Witter. She says, what advice can you pass on to us to help the youth value life and stop the violence? I weren't expecting that question, but it's been posed to you, bruv.
Yeah, well, we have to keep on saying to the youths, we have to keep on telling them the right way, and we have to set the example for them. Because a lot of the things the youths are doing is because of their parents and those who came before have set it a certain way for them, And we have to kind of edify the youth them and make them see the reality and make them realize that they're being hypnotized, Make them realize that the system is making them into beings that they are not, They don't even realize who they are. So we have to remind them who they are at all times. And we must never stop talking to them. Because even though them look like them now listen, them are listen. And when them go to them room or whatever, and when them not amongst them friends, and when they're not so much peer pressure around them, your words are ringing in their ears. So keep on saying those good words to the youth them, Because it's going to take one to change, and him can change film bridging, and him can change film bridging or film sister or whatever, So we don't never give up on them. You see me I say?
Because we're not going to get into your personal life too much or too deeply at all. All right, because you did mention that you've got elder children of your own. So you're talking as a parent when you say that, isn't it?
Yeah, man, as a parent, as a uncle, as well, Because I have all my nephews and nieces as well, And we can see where the problems come from. You see, we've been on this earth long enough to see how it's different, Because when we were youths, we weren't fighting against each other, We had like a common enemy. We were fighting against National Front and racism and those kind of things. It brought us together. Different youths from different areas all come together as one, which was a great thing, If something happened to one set of youths from one area, all the other youths from the other areas came to defend those youths, which is the way that it should be, But nowadays, the youth then thinks the youth who look the most like him is his enemy.
Yeah.
Just because he come from a different side of the road.
Postcode. They call it the
postcode. A mad thing, So we have to realize it's coming from America. you know, and some of them things we have to realize, you know, like the life them living is really 1930s kind of mafia kind of something. You see me I say?
Yeah.
It's not us. And we have to really make them know who they really are. We come from kings and queens, you know. We have to make them know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've got people up in the Midlands who they'd like some Pacifics, because if you buy out a hospital, me now know where your talks there, but them will know. So a question is, where were you born? Because we know you're born Wolverhampton. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they will know the hospital. Me don't know what hospital. I got Park Royal down the road from me. I got Paddington. Yeah. So we're in Wolverhampton, because
there's only one really. New Cross Hospital it name where most people born. Yeah, New Cross it name. New Cross Hospital still in Wolverhampton still.
Yeah, sorry, them Midlands people will know. Them Midlands.
Yeah, them we know still. But it's just a location where we're born, cause we are universal people, you know, and
I mean, we'll get to the fact that you was an international being. Me know.
No, but even though we're born in England still, we love Jamaica too, you know, cause we love the Jamaica vibes, and most of my family, most of my sisters, all of my sisters still there in Jamaica.
Yeah, because your parents came over in the 50s, right?
Yeah, my parents came over in the 50s, part of the so-called Windrush generation, and they came with the intention of coming to England, making some money, making a better life as they thought, and then sending for the children from Jamaica, either getting enough money to go back to Jamaica and live a better life with the children. But through all the ism and schism, it never to work out, they never get for return, you know? And
well, as I always say, it weren't just isms and schisms, it was, they had you, yeah, they had the job, they had the house, the mortgage, all them isms and schisms. That's what it turns out to be. It turns out to be children, actually, and it turns out to be the fact that they had a commitment to the mortgage. And then once you end up going to school, you know, are they just going to pull you out of that school instead of going back home? You know, but like you said, you had several. Is it 4 or 5 sisters? Is it sisters, brothers?
Yeah, 4 sisters. Yeah. But when we say the ism and schism, so racism plays a part in it.
Okay.
Because only certain jobs they could get.
Okay.
And there's only certain monies you can get from certain jobs. And you don't get certain, you don't move up the ladder.
All right.
When you have certain jobs. You see me I say? So that's all part of it as well. Yeah. You don't accumulate the amount of wealth that you really should when it's a fair playing field, you know? So that was one of the things as well. So they never get go forward at Jamaica again, you know? But we give thanks, said, I've been to Jamaica many, many times and got to meet my sisters and brothers. I'm very close to them, you know. I have brother Yasso as well, you know. So we give thanks, you know, the way that it worked. I got to return for them, you know, and it's a great thing.
Because you consistently talk about equality and you talk about equality, and you talk about it in such a way that it's across the board, and it doesn't leave anybody out, because even white working class people get drawn in to your ideologies and your way of thinking. I mean, you mentioned the fact that the youth them are listening to stuff and they're not living in a real world. Yeah, but who were your musical influences at the time? I mean, what was you looking at? Like U-Roy, I-Roy?
Yeah, man, most definitely. U-Roy, used to love U-Roy, rest in peace. I-Roy, rest in peace. Me love I-Roy. U-Roy for the melody, the greatest at the melody, and I-Roy for the lyrics. I think he was ahead of his time when it comes to lyrics and things, you know. And we used to listen to Big Youth. We used to love Burning Spear, still do. Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bonnie Raitt, you know, Rising Power, the whole of them, you know. But me also used to listen to like soul as well, you know.
Okay.
Me like Curtis Mayfield, you know.
Okay.
Move On Up and them kind of tune, and Stevie Wonder. Me buy Songs to the Key of Life. That's one album when me buy as a youth, you know, the double album Songs in the Key of Life.
Yeah.
Because him have a consciousness, you know, and me just was drawn towards the consciousness. Anybody who talks something makes sense, You know, me drawn towards it like Harold Melvin, Wake Up Everybody. A big tune that with conscious lyrics, you know. So it's them kind of things that kind of mold me into the person that I am, you know.
Okay, because there is a strong influence of all of those artists in the tone and the delivery. When it resonates through you and it comes out of you, it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like I can see all of them just, when I see you walking, prancing up and down the stage, it's like I see all of them.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like when if I get vexed and I said to myself, boy, Marcus Garvey just to come out to me right now, you know.
Yeah.
It's like them kind of way there, you know. So with that kind of influence and the sheer fact that just down the road, 4 doors down, you were being influenced by music, and then you went into, you know, you left school and what have you, and you start work now. You know, where does the music sort of like come in? Because you was at the Ever Ready factory. Do you want to tell us about the factory that you was at?
Yeah, I did all right at school, you know. Me get some O-level and thing, you know.
Wait, hold on. Don't slide over it. You got O-level maths and you got O-level... Don't slide over it, man.
All right, and geography as well, and certain other things, and physics. But the thing is, me knew the power of education from a youth, you know, and my older brother was 2 years older than me. Him did well in school as well, so he was a good influence for me as well, you know. So we know the power of education, and we used to really full joy it, you know. And it was a great thing, you know. That's why I'm so lyrical, because I love words from an early age, you know. And I knew the importance of words and the power of words, because they have an energy, you know. So
but that's what a lot of people don't understand, you know, that words have life.
Yeah, man, definitely. That's why I don't really have to cuss so much, you know. You know, you hear me cuss on a record yet.
No,
you know?
no.
And people can still over what me I say, you know. Some people cuss because they're trying to make it dramatic and they don't know what to say.
No, I cuss because I get angry, bro. I cuss because I get vexed.
Yeah, but me get angry and cuss, but me know when for cuss is a control vex, you know. You can't get vexed out of control, you know. You mash you up, you know. You have to control when you're vexed, and you have to know what you do as you get yourself in a trouble.
Yeah.
You see me I say?
Yeah.
So anyway, we left school and I wanted to be a technical engineer.
Right.
You know, with technical engineering and certain kind of thing. And so we take our apprenticeship at Ever Ready.
Is that the battery people? Ever Ready, the battery people? Is that the battery?
Yeah, the battery people. Yeah. In Wolverhampton still. And at the time I said, yeah, that's gonna be my job, you know. But the thing is, Ever Ready became it closed down.
Right.
And I became redundant.
Okay.
So at the time it seemed like, why, what am I gonna do now? But in the fullness of time, I realized it's a blessing in disguise. Can give me time to concentrate on other things. So I start going at the music thing a little bit harder, you know, because at the time I was chatting on the sound system and I was in a band as well, like
you remember the name of the band?
Pre-Wax. In a band called Pre-Wax, and I was a microphone person in the band called Pre-Wax, and we travel all up and down the country. And that's why I'm so comfortable with live shows right now, because I've been doing it for so many years. Because for 40 years, I do it. You see me, I say, so I'm comfortable with it, you know. So it made me start going out a little bit more, you know. And in 82, when we go to Jamaica, that was another catalyst to my musical career, because it was the first time I go a yard in 82. And I meet the sisters then for the first time, and 30 of us went to Jamaica.
All one time, 30?
30 of us from the youth club. It was a youth club project. We get funding.
Okay.
And they say, what we want to do. And I said, boy, I could go to Jamaica now. And they say, all right, we'll take you to Jamaica. So
that's when the fun.
All right, 30 of us. So
yeah, because
for 2 weeks.
There.
Yeah, for 2 weeks. So for the first week, we have to stop in a Montego Bay. And for the second week, we can just go amongst our families, you know, which is a great thing. So we stop in a Mountain View in Kingston, and we stop in a Bull Bay with my next sister. I go to Hanover with my next sister. I stop in a Granville with my auntie. And, you know, it's a great thing. You know, it's a really joyful experience. And one of the time when we was in Moore Bay, we go out and dance. About 30 of us, we go out and dance. And them say, Macka, you can chat, you know. Go take the microphone and see how it goes. So at first, I get shy, you know.
Nervous, bro. You
They
must
don't
be
want to hear me, because me in the land where the best DJs in the world come from, you know.
Yeah.
So I say, me pluck up the courage and me do it, and me get a good response. The people them like it and say, yeah man, you're good. So when me return to England now, me say, yes, you see, me have to go take this thing a little bit more serious, because me can go to Jamaica and them say me good, me must have something. So that's when we start taking it even more serious, you know.
Is that where you? What was that before you went to the Cat Whiskers Club, or was that around the same period of time?
Yeah, it's around the same period of time. Yeah, we went to the Cat Whiskers with Pre-Wax as a band.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah, and we played in London at Cat Whiskers, and I think that at the first time Radigan hear me, cause him was playing as well. You know what I mean? So and from then in just love play Macka B all the while. You know, he really respect me a lot, but that was the first time he hear me long time ago. You know.
Okay, so tell us about the competition now, because the DJing competition, the tech fleers.
Yeah, well, there was a competition. There's a club in a Bilston, you can say Wolverhampton, called Rising Star.
Yeah,
and it was a happening place. You know, every Monday night the place jam. People from all over come there on Monday night. You know, and they had a DJ competition, and in the competition was people like Pato Bantan,
right?
The great Pato Bantan, and people like Rankin Ann from London, and some others. And it just so happened that me win the competition, you know. Me do really well, you know, and mash up the place and win the competition. And one of the prizes for winning the competition was to go onto the radio. So I went onto the radio WM, with a DJ called Des Mitchell.
Okay.
And I went on there and me chat some of the lyrics that I chatted in the competition, and we make up some new lyrics and thing, and a pure fire, you know, everybody I talk about it, you know. And
I'll boss up the place. The place.
Yeah, man. Pure eating at the place, and that's how I got to go on Ebony as well, you know, and BBC too.
Hold on. Let me just stick a pin.
All right.
Says I was in that competition.
Who was in that competition? Mark Remington. Oh, yes, Remy. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to stick up.
Yes, Remy. Yes. So yes, is I shoot me attack, you know.
That's why I said to you that you can name some of them places there, because Park Lane, my dad and mum worked there.
Exactly, Ever Ready Park Lane, yes. So listen me I say, you get verified. I shoot me attack.
A foundation I talk to the people. A foundation I talk to. Yeah. Julie Juice is saying, I worked on a youth exchange to Jamaica. Very rewarding experience for young people. So from way back then, you know.
Exactly. So imagine they should do some of them things now. Again, you know. Show them the good parts of yard, you know, and certain things, and give them certain experience, you know. It changes a person's life. Instead of just make them watch, you know, what's coming out of America and thinking that's just reality and trying to be what you're not supposed to be, you know. Give them some experience in our life. Make them go Africa and certain place and see certain place, you know.
Because you've always been grounded though. Your lyrics has always said that, and you've never I mean, were you not ever tempted to look at the commercial side of what is on offer, right? Because you were around artists who were peddling commerciality, yeah? And were you not tempted by that?
No, not really still. Cause from an early age, me just do what come out of me still, you know? And as Rastafari, the foundation is a consciousness, you know. And I said to myself, any lyrics that me talk, I suppose I'll make my mother hear it. My father can hear it, you know, my family, you know, my children, you know. Marcus Garvey supposed to come. I say, Marcus, hear that tune. You see me I say. So I don't talk anything which is derogatory, like to woman or nothing, and we don't talk no unnecessary violence.
There's none of that.
And all those kind of things. To me, they're not necessary. It's not us. In times like these, we need upliftment, you know, and I've always been about
you know what? You got so much restraint, sir.
Yeah.
I've got to say you've got a lot of restraints because it's not like you don't touch contentious subjects, because you do. You do. Yeah. And I can't pick up no malice, no real anger or vexation in what you have to say or what you have to turn out. I mean, even during the because you mentioned the competition, and obviously one did we call them toasters back then, or mic man them back then?
Well, I would a different name. It depends where you live. If you're in Jamaica, it's a DJ.
Yeah.
Right? But sometimes it's a toaster. But in England, the DJ is the one who spin the record.
Yeah.
And then when you have Saxon and then
that's what I said. So when
MCs, they were saying MCs as well, you know. So
because I mean, when I was lifting box for Java and getting paid with a patty and thing like that, yeah, us lot used to cuss down the other sound system. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it would be a natural thing to just come out with certain.
No, but that cussing.
I'm more talking about the emotion, you know, than I am about. But it come out in you.
No, that cussing at that time is not like this cussing at this time. You know, that time nobody never tell nobody about them mother and all them sort of things. That, you know, them cussing nowadays cussing a different cussing to them time there. You see me I say. And with me know when to be angry. You have to control in angry, you know. You say if you go to war, you know, you can't go to war and you're just mad. You get defeated. You have to be controlled. You have to be disciplined in what you do. So me just try to be disciplined in what me do, you know. Because I don't get angry. I do get angry sometimes, you know. But me know when to get angry and where to get angry.
Because like I said, you know, you're going up and down the country, and there's other sound systems. I mean, what was Jawasifa was the sound for you?
The first sound was Exodus, but
yes,
and then it was Wasifa sound out of Birmingham, yeah.
Because that brought you a weekly spot, innit? That slot on the television program Ebony. How did that come about?
Yeah. Well, the Ebony was from the radio WM thing, you know, because BBC. So the producer, I think Derek Nelson, he heard me on the radio and he asked me if I would come to Bristol and every week and just do our lyrics pertaining to something which happened in the community, you know, affecting the community. So that's what I did, you know, and it was kind of successful, you know. Enough people see it and we get enough props for it, you know, and we give thanks that it lead to that, you know.
Because then your reputation started to get bigger and bigger in the UK, isn't it? I mean, you're up, like I said, you're up against Saxon Studio International, where you then ended up at Fashion Records.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cause we had a dance, a dance with Saxon in Leicester.
Okay.
And I did 83 or 84, one of them time there. And that time Saxon was a big sound, you know, because they had the great DJs, you know. They had great Tip Irie, the great Papa Levi, great Smiley Culture, rest in peace. Asha Senator.
Asha was my man. Asha was mine.
Yeah, that is Sandy. Maxi Priest, amongst them, Roger Robin, you know, and there's a big, great sound, you know. And we are play against them in Leicester, and we do really good in Idan. Mash up the place, bad. People love it, you know, and couldn't believe it, you know. And there's a cassette tape was going around, circulating around. Some people still have it, you know, the cassette tape from the night, and it reached to London. It reached to Fashion Records, and them send a message and say, Macka B, we want you to record some tune. So that led me to record some tune at Fashion Records. One was Gentleman with Manners, and the other one was called Bible Reader, you know. And
yes, the Bible Reader. That was released in 1995.
Yeah, and Ranky Miss P did a busted Bible Reader. No, Ranky Miss P, she was on Radio 1 at that time, you know. Great DJ, you know. Really great DJ. And she used to play Macka B enough, you know. So that time my name started to spread a little bit more, you know, around the UK and a little bit around Europe and things, you know.
So was you flying out to Europe around then, or you still?
No, I never fly out to Europe. I do some shows in the UK.
Right.
But the Europe part starts when a mad professor at Ariwa Studios in London. He saw some of the Ebony episodes. So he sent a message with a singer called Peter Culture, and him asked me if he come down to his studio. So I went down to the studio. At that time, it's in his yard still, you know. In a big studio now, but at that time it was in his yard, and he played me some of the rhythm them and some roots rhythm, and I say, yeah man, I like the rhythm them, and I talk a couple of my lyrics, and him say, yeah man, him like the lyrics. So we say, yeah, we have to do a collaboration and get together and do an album. So that was the first album when we do call Sign of the Times.
Yeah,
Sign of the Times. And it was #1 in the reggae charts, and you know, start become big. Radio 1 start play it and all them kind of things, you know, and it start get big, and from then we start go to Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So your wings them start spread now. Your wings them start spread.
Yeah, start spread, and I start working, because when you're in England and you think about Europe, you can only see what the television tell you, but when you really go there and see for yourself, you say, wow, it's a different thing. And the way them was reacting to the reggae music as well, you know. And when we start going to Germany, it's like we changed the German landscape of reggae, because at the time it was like a lot of roots like Bob Marley and Burning Spear and things, you know, it was massive out there. But me come with a different style. Me come with the roots, but we come with the DJ style with the roots.
Okay.
And we call it roots ragga style, you know. And them just take to it and love it. And we have thousands of people that come on the show, and hundreds of people lock outside and everything. And, you know, it just change up the whole thing. And even if you check most German of a certain age, you ask them what brought them to reggae, and I'm going to say Macka B.
See.
Yeah, man, enough of them.
See. Because this is what a lot of us, I'm not aware of exactly just how big an international star you've become, right? But I want to pull you back. I want to pull you back because I do want to get to Club Mix. I do want to talk about Club Mix.
Oh, yeah.
Because believe it or not, that's where Robbie G bus. Robbie G did bus on Club Mix, you know. That's where him did bus, because that was, as I recall, that was our first. It was the forerunner to the 291 in a sense, the 291, which was, you know, a magazine program to see singers and do their thing, even though they included comedians and what have you. But Club Mix was one of the first that I remember seeing, where we were starting to see some of our own homegrown talent, and you were part of that.
Yeah, it was a great thing still, because remember Mikey Jed, you know, Rising Power Mikey Jed, you know, and because I was in the band at that time, and they wanted a band to play, you know, at the Rising Star. It was at the same Rising Star where the competition was, because it was a happening place, you know. So I performed there with the band, you know, and the reception I got was really good. If you see the clips, you know, the crowd I go wild and everything, you know. And even then, we talk lyrics about food, you know. Right. Every country eat differently, you know, and all them kind of something there, you know. So yeah, it went well, and it propelled me name a little bit further, you know. So we give thanks for all these little things, you know.
So what was that when you started to release a few more albums?
No, I mean, if I read that at like early out, you know, that before the Fashion Records thing. That is before the first re-release was in '82. Okay. With a label called Sapphire out of London. Papa P, rest in peace. And me did do a tune called Maggie's Letter. Where I tell Margaret Thatcher say me can run the country better than she, you know. From them time, me wear me heart by my sleeve, you know. I pay attention.
You definitely wear it on your sleeve, because that is when we had the poll tax riots and all them things that was going on. And the dustbin, remember when the dustbin, they never used to clean up the dustbin, the streets was full of rubbish. And that tune, This Town is coming like a ghost town.
Yeah, especially
around them time. Yeah, because Pata Banta went off in that direction then, right?
Yeah.
That's the direction that Pata Banta went into. Yeah? And that's why I said you never got drawn into what was going on commercially. You kind of like just held your ground and you said, no, this is my road. This is my road. This is my road. Can we go back slightly a little bit just to why the name Macka B?
Yeah, well, my name Mac something anyway, you know. So me was called Macka from my youth, then call me Macka, you know.
See,
me and my brother, the two of them we then call me Macka still. So when I look for a name now, when I start DJ upon the sound, and we are Rasta sound, you know, so we read up the Bible and thing, and we get a Macka B version of the Bible, you know, about the Maccabees, which is between the New Testament and the Old Testament at that time. Judas Maccabeus and all those people, and we say, well, they might deal with sort of a consciousness and call them like holy warriors. So I said that's what me feel I want to be within the music, you know, like a holy warrior, you know, coming with truth and rights, you know. So I left it like that for a long while, you know, and after the fullness of time, sometimes you realize that things are not as they seem, you know. So some of the things in the Bible, we know that they plagiarize from other sources, from earlier sources, you know. So
yeah, we hear you, because there's a lot of
me get a book.
Sorry, go on, Macka.
Yeah, we get a book called The Africans Who Wrote the Bible, and it's by an Akan writer. And he must say some of the things in the Bible have been plagiarized from African sources. Yes. And him say even Akan sources out of Ghana. And him say here are some names also which have been plagiarized. So I start read some of the name them. I read the name and then I say Macka B. And I say, what?
Yeah.
So I wonder what Macka B mean in the Akan language. It means one who talk his talk. One who say what he have to say. And I say that fit me like a glove.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't really understand certain things until later in our life, you know. And when I see my Ghana brethren them, I tell them the story and them stop for a second and then go, Macka B, because how they pronounce it. And they say, yes, they get mad. They say, yes, it's like a king. When a king gives an order and so I say, yeah, man, that was the reason for it. So Macka B, you know, Akan, Africa, we say, you know.
But it's what it's letting people understand or letting them know is just how rooted spiritually you are in every word that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah, man, you have to be, you know.
No, you don't have to be. You don't. That's the thing, Macka B. You don't.
No, but we are spiritual beings living a human existence. When you realize that, you know, say bigger than we, you know. Yes, I say you can look on things and say, yeah, just we. But you have to come to the realization and say bigger than we, you know. And anyhow you tap into the thing where bigger than we, it make you bigger also. You see me I say. So it's all about that, you know. We all have divinity within us, you know. We have to just tap into it.
Yeah, but you took spirituality and you confronted it with politics. Yeah? Because boppy culture. Let me talk now. Boppy culture. 1989.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a sign of the times. You understand?
Yeah.
Because now you're dread. So and that's only comes about because of a search of sense of identity, a sense of meaning, a sense of belonging, a sense of how am I here?
Exactly.
Right? And we're growing up, because me and you quite close to the same age. We're growing up and we're realizing that we're living in a racist society that is not really one for us. And therefore we started having a lot of conflict with our parents. Because as far as our parents was concerned, when they brought us up here, the English educational system knew what was best for us. So they literally handed us over and said, the problem is not the school, the problem is us.
Yeah.
You understand? And then you make Kofi.
Yeah.
And this was a massive change to the whole community. When this tune did bust, yeah, this was a massive change to the whole community.
Well, open up your ears, one, and listen to this. Bring out coffee. But them not get nowhere. Me say skip leather Russia, but them not get nowhere. Me say relax header Russia, but them not get nowhere. But when it come to the natty dreadlock, she a ball out. Goddamn. Them must be crackers.
Talk about the clothes he wears.
You know see how we dress Chris sometimes.
I don't care what people say. Whoa, no.
Jet down when she low. Jet down when she low. Jet down when she love. She bow. Jet down when she low. Jet down when she low. Jet down when she low. Sometimes me hear some younger chat that them would never check a natty dreadlock. Said them want a man who flash with a whole heap of cash. Me say girls like a that man, them not cup not that. Cause when them say Maxi Fraser, Gregory Isaac, them a take off them clothes, them a dash with them frock, them a jump on the stage, them a get hot, and them a talk about them don't want no natty dreadlock. Me say
oh, what she love, Jada, what she love. Blood, you don't know, because all them time there, us that was looking for Farrakhan, us that was looking for, Farrakhan, we was reading about King around them time there. We were coming into self, you know, and I found that it was a difficult time for parents. Our parents at that time, because we were starting to carve out our own sense of identity, you know, and you was taking it and you were sprinkling it around the world at the time. I mean, like you said, you went into Germany, you know, and this was, as far as we was concerned, this is the most racist race of all, right? Only for us to dig a little deeper and find out, so the Queen have German blood running through her. You understand what I'm saying? So it kind of all starts to make sense. But this is what I'm saying. You started to look at things from a global perspective, yeah. Because you did that duet with Kofi, right? But there was also Proud of Mandela.
Yeah, we did a duet with Kofi because it was a Rewa. We were both at a Rewa Studios, you know, and of course, they had that tune, you know. She used to be in 15, 16, 17. It was a big tune, you know, and she redid it at a Rewa. And my professor, he asked me if we could do a thing on it. So when me hear it, that song when me love from time anyway, you know. And me like the way Kofi sing it, and Kofi is a really great person as well. So it was a no-brainer kind of thing, you know. So when I come and did what I had to do, like Professor, I'm blown away, you know, and say, yeah, man, this is it. And go #1 in a reggae charts, and everybody love it, you know, all over the place. And in Jamaica, the video got Jamaica, and they love it at Jamaica, bad, you know. It even get me for the sunsplash at Jamaica and everything, with the 2 sunsplash and thing.
All right, I'm going to get the sticker pin, because I just got to let the people them know that we've spent up to an hour now on Facebook, and if you'd like to hear more of this interview, could you please go now over to YouTube? Okay? We're done with Facebook right about now. We're done with them. That's
so fast the hour gone.
That's so fast it gone, man. That's so fast it gone. You know, we're not even halfway to our...
We're not reached nowhere. Yeah.
We're not reached nowhere yet. You understand what I said? So, but if you would like to continue to be a part of this, please, could you now go over to... YouTube, where I will continue, and in the meantime, all right, as we transfer over to in the meantime, as we transfer over to YouTube, I'm just going to play a quick 1-minute promo, and I'll see you guys on YouTube.
When we go shopping, he carries the shopping bags.
So you don't carry nothing?
No, I just walk with my 2 hand free. Honestly,
no, sucking and now.
I don't know if
We're running out of time.
Wait.
I'll say first of all,
Red card.
I'll say first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube.
Respect your husband, all right? Allow him to be the man he can be. Don't cheat, all right? Make sure. Shut up! Allow him to talk.
I'm gonna turn off my camera.
Mark, yes or no? Altia?
Nope. Never have.
Very cool.
The question is, countryman, have you done it?
Nice.
Okay.
Some flags up there.
Have you ever slept with one of your ex's friends?
And if you'd like to know more about Anything Goes podcast, you have to tune in to us on a Wednesday. But in the meantime, we are talking to the one and only Mr. Macka B. Thank you for joining me, brother. It's well appreciated. You know, the true followers will all slide over to YouTube. The numbers will go back up in a minute. We were right in the middle of talking about when roots music met Lovers Rock. Yeah, that's when you and Kofi did kind of like link up at Ariwa Records, if I'm correct. Yeah. We're going through a period of tribulation with Margaret Thatcher and what have you. Yeah. And it was around that time that you won the Best Male DJ Award.
Yeah, man. We give thanks still. I just said the combination was a really a different combination, you know, and people did really love it, you know. The lovers with the consciousness, you know. Mm-hmm. It's like a marriage. It went together well, you know. So as I say, you know, the Jada Oshilo was a very popular song, very popular, and we did a follow-up, Prouder Mandela with Kofi again, you know. Yes. It was a really popular song as well, and we give thanks. We get to meet Mandela and even got to perform the song in front of Mandela, the National Stadium in Jamaica when I was there for Sunsplash. Mm-hmm. I was there for the Sunsplash, and through the nose I had a big tune and thing. I wasn't supposed to be on the show.
Yeah, because tell them the story, man. You have to, yeah,
I wasn't supposed to be on the show. I was there for the Sunsplash. And I said, boy, Mandela come to, you know, and you have to come perform the song in front of Mandela. But I said, boy, I fly out. The same, you know, like little after. And them say, Macka B, you have to. So them say, what you can do is we put you on a little bit earlier, and then you can go catch your flight. So that's what I did, you know. In the afternoon, we go do the song in front of Mandela, and then we go straight to the hotel and change and straight to the airport, you know, because we did have another show if we got to still, you know. So, but it was a great experience, you know, and the reception we got was nice, you know, when we draw the tune and the stadium we kind of lift up. You know what I mean? We give thanks for all those things, you know.
So how did it feel for you, right? A brother coming out of Wolverhampton, yeah, over in Jamaica, yeah, but you have a next gig elsewhere. You're just dealing with Mandela. You know what I mean? Did you even think that this was going to be your lifestyle, bro?
No. I never even imagined could have been nothing like that, you know. And we just have to give thanks, because even with the Jamaican link, in '87 when I went to Jamaica, I had the Sign of the Times album. Mm-hmm. And I said, I want to do some tune in a Jamaica itself, you know, with some Jamaican label. So I check Jack Scorpio. Mm-hmm. And we play him the Sign of the Times album, and him say, yeah, me like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody said being a nigga, that depend it. yeah. I mean play him it, and him say, yeah, Macka, me like it, but it's mostly roots. But a dance I want, you know. So him say, I tell you what, we have a session every Thursday outside the studio in Jewsland. So him say, come to the session, hold the microphone, and see how the people take to you. Draw some lyrics and see what happens. So me go there and me draw some lyrics. We have some nice lyrics, you know, special feet, you know. And the people, they love it. They just want to hear more and more and more. And they show you how good it was at the time. It was Sanchez was there as well.
Okay.
before him bust, before he get really big, you know.
Okay.
And the people I said, no, we don't hear Sanchez. Boy, the Ras from the UK. They never hear me before, you know, and they hear Sanchez all the while. And Sanchez come up to be a really big, powerful singer, you know. So I big up Sanchez every time, you know.
Yes.
So them say, oh, why you the Ras from England? And we do so well that Jack Scorpio said, come into the studio in the morning. He said, no, I waste no time. Come the next day. So I go in there the next day and I do a tune called Love It in a Jamaica. You know, that was my first song in a Jamaica. You know, and since then I work with Penthouse and I work with the Brownie them as well. And I do quite a few songs in Jamaica. And we do song with Tony Rebel and thing. And we get a lot of respect out of Jamaica. You know, the DJs in Jamaica, they respect me a lot. You know, every time them see me, you know, they hug me up and everything and say, the great Macka B and this and that. And, you know, because my songs get played a lot in Jamaica, you know, and it's an inspiration for some of them, you know, and the lyrics when I talk, the consciousness, it's like they really appreciate love it, you know.
Yeah, because this is what I'm saying. It's like just from the foundation of your name alone, you know, it was, I mean, not many people have that kind of thought process. I mean, people, but they always come at it from a gimmick as opposed to a lifestyle, as opposed to a way of being, because it all encompasses even the food that you eat, to the point where you can actually share that, and it's good for the nation, it's good for the people. You understand? Everything that you're doing is good for the people. I mean, when you were after you won the best male DJ award, yeah, and you worked on the Roots Ragga live album, Here Comes Trouble. Yeah. Road Rage for the Suspicious album. And then it became popular in Australia, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Road Rage is a massive tune in Australia. Yeah. Like they really take to that tune there, you know. That's the thing, you don't know which tune is going to be big in what country, you know. I'll give you an example. The first time I go to Mexico, I was showing in Mexico, and we do an interview before the show on the radio. I said to the radio host, I say, what's one of the, tell me the big tune name of Macka B in Mexico. Because you don't know, you know, you just know the big tunes like in England and everywhere. Him say, Step Up is one. He said, yeah, we're going to Step Up. And him say, I have one called J'adore le reggae. Because I do a song in French. I do a couple songs in French still, because I speak un peu de français, you know, a little bit, you know. Petit peu, you know. But I do a song in French still. And I say, what? But I know Spanish speaking place. I say, we never have that song in the set list. Because Spanish speaking place, I go to Mexico, what them know about French song. He said, no man, that song that big in Mexico. So after the interview, we run to the bandsman and I say, hey, you see that tune where we say we not go do?
Yeah,
we're going to do that tune there. So you see, when we do the tune there in the show, we never have to sing a word.
They done it all.
The people them sing every word.
But I did say to you that your diction is clear. Your diction is clear, Macka.
I know, but you still wouldn't expect that. That would like a surprise to me, you know, because French, they don't speak French. Spanish, they speak. You see me I say, but them sing every single word of the song, a big tune there. So I say, well, that's the power of words. And that's the power of music and the power of reggae music, you know, and it happens like that. Different places where you go, it's unbelievable, the song that them take to, you know, like that song we go #1 in Hawaii. A song about Everybody Loves Bob Marley, you know, and, you know, big, massive tunes, you see me I say, and you just have to give thanks, you know.
Okay. There are several questions are coming in at the moment for you, yeah? Here's one. What's your favorite performance? Yeah,
no, we don't really have a favorite still, because at different times of my life, you know, certain performances have been great, you know. Like, as I said, the Mexico one was a big eye opener, you know. It was a whole heap of people was there, you know. Even when we go Japan first time and see them little Japanese, I jump up to the reggae, you know, it's another one. When we go Africa, it's a mess. Me go Botswana and certain place and Senegal and you know, it's a great car. That's like a welcome home. You know, I first place me go where the customs officer say welcome home. I come to England, the man never say welcome home. Yet, you know, much time I come back to England.
See,
the man never say welcome home. Not one of them ever say welcome home. But when we go Africa, I say welcome home. You know, it make you realize who you are and where you really come from, you know, and you have to just give thanks for that, you know. And the Jamaican shows, me really give thanks to the Jamaican show. The Sunsplash when me do.
Because you did two, didn't you? You did two.
Yeah, me did two. The first Sunsplash when me do, it was a famous one because Shabba Ranks was massive at that time. Massive. And him come on the stage in a helicopter. It was one way him come on the stage in a helicopter, big entrance, you know. And me, I use the same band as Shabba Ranks, Rough Cut band. With Dr. Paul on the bass. And me, I use the same band. And Shabba did good. But me do good also. Me mash up the place till all the bassman from the band say, Macka B, you take it tonight, you know.
See.
And the people are talk about Macka B till them bring me back the next year. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And then they want me to do a Sunsplash tour. Like go all over America and everything. But me's a man too. Me's a family man too, you know. Me love my family just like that, you know. And we have some little youths at the time.
Okay.
And then they want me to take a 6 month out. And I said, boy, the youth them just born, you know. You know, so the family thing more important to me than that, you know. So I have to see them grow, you know. So me put that first still and we never do the Sunsplash tour still, you know.
No, respect for that, bro. Respect for that. I mean, there were several performers that I've spoken to who have had opportunities to go abroad. A lot of our actors, a lot of the British actors had to do it because they just couldn't get work. It's not like with yourself, you could put something down on vinyl and it could, you know what I mean? It could traverse the world.
Yeah.
As an actor, you have to be there in order to reach your full potential. Which is a shame, but I mean, not some people that drive an ambition would make them forget the pitney in them, you know. I've known some who have done it, you know, but out of your own mouth, you're not one of them.
No.
You're not one of them, you know. I would ask. I mean, it's a question that's there, but I think you've answered it. From all your travels, where's your favorite place? And I think you're going to say that you're a man of the world, isn't it? Really, it's the one place.
Yeah, I'm a man of the world, but I love Africa. I love Jamaica still, you know. You know what I mean? When I'm there in Jamaica, I just feel, you know, that as a oneness. You see me, I say, it's just like, you just match everything perfectly. And certain parts of Africa, it's just the same, you know. It's like, when you're in Africa, certain parts, man, I come up to you and attack in a feed them language to you. So them things say you're one of them. And you are one of them, but then just look upon you like a local, you know. It's like when they're Senegal, you know. And you have some Muslim Ras in a Senegal, you know, Baifal, them call them.
Okay.
And me have some Baifal suit on as well, because my brethren give me a Baifal suit. So you couldn't tell them, say me I'm a Baifal. And never come up to me and attack in a wall-off and thing. And you see me, I say, and you know, it's just nice to just not me. And I say, yes, sir.
So my question has to be, why did it take so long for you to get to Jetstar?
To get to Jetstar, I don't know, you have to go ask him, Mr. Palmer. He's the boss, you know. But at Tony Phillips, who really linked me with Jetstar still, because he was producing it. Tony Phillips of the Rough Cut band in the UK.
Right.
He produced the album Word, Sound and Power with Jetstar still, you know. And it's a good production and, you know, some big tune upon it, some tunes where really go all over the world, you know, Ganja Ladies and Step Up and stream good, you know, like things like Step Up, it have like 10 million views on YouTube and all them something. Yeah, man, and it gets like hundreds or thousands of streams every week on Spotify and thing, you know, and massive in places like Mexico and South America.
We should ask you for a loan to write it. We should ask you.
Yeah, I wish it did go so still, you know.
No man. You know, there's more to things to life than that at the end of the day, you know. But I wanted to bring it slowly to a close, you know, but we can't do that without talking about Yugoslavia, because that's a totally different part of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, that was early out. That was in the 80s, the first time I got Yugoslavia, before it split up. You know, it's split up now, so it's Croatia, Serbia, and Slovenia. But at one time, it was just Yugoslavia, and we went there as the Ariwa Posse.
Okay.
And the show was in like a forest. And we couldn't believe it, how much people was there. There's thousands and thousands. It could have been 10,000 people there come to see this reggae music. And it was unbelievable, you know. And mash up the place. And they said, "What? That I go on, you know, so outside of England, you just think, say, boy, everything it's just England and Jamaica and, you know, wherever. But you find, say, certain places, you know, they really gravitate towards the reggae music and the roots music as well. And you can have a message within the music. You don't have to really just talk about I love you and you love me. And, you know, you can try and help people with a message and edifying and entertaining, and people will take to it still. And, you know.
Was that the purpose of gentrification?
Yeah, because it's a message, you know, because I'm a man, I go to Brixton a long time. And I see the changes in places like Brixton. And not just Brixton, it's all over the world. That's why I'm really talking, because I realize it's in America enough, you know, like, you know, Harlem, places like Harlem, and it's in Cape Town in South Africa, it's in Toronto. You know, me get to realize it's all in Germany, Denmark, all them kind of places, gentrification are going on. And I say, boy, you have to try to highlight certain things, because some things me talk about, not everybody talk about it, you know. And things like gentrification now, is that
it's not sexy though. It's not sexy.
No, and it's a very big word. And some people don't even know what it means. So sometimes instead of like talking to what the people can understand, sometimes you have to try bring them up a level.
Okay.
It's the man I say. So that's what we try and do sometimes. You bring them up a level and make them see something different and hear something different. And when they hear it and see it, they realize that they know about this thing all the while, but they just never know, say, that was the name of the thing, you know, and now they know it. So it's education through music, you know, edutainment.
Edutainment, yeah. Yeah. I remember when Leo Chester introduced me to that word, to be honest with you, edutainment. And I really did grasp it, because what I found was once I stopped just talking about going to a dance and all them kind of thing there, and I started moving into social political satire, so to speak, yeah, I found that I was getting less laughs, believe it or not, Macka B, but in exchange I got applause.
Yes,
applause breaks.
And more respect. Respect.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what basically happened. And what was scary for me as a comedian was that people started to listen. That is scary. That was the scariest part, because it was like, bloody hell. Every word that come out my mouth now just freaking sense. You understand what I'm saying?
You can't miss. You can't miss now.
No, we've gone down a part now whereby you can't afford to just slip up. And then I wasn't allowed to traverse and go back. It's like once I start going down that path, it's like, boy, you have to keep going. You have to keep going, because people are now listening. People are now watching, you know. And then I think my age as well also played a role in the fact that being a granddad, you know, it meant that I had to have a sense of responsibility. Whereas you're saying that, boy, you know, my mum has to be able to come in and listen to this, my uncle, my aunt, etc., etc. And it's like, what am I really saying? Do I just want to act the fool, you know, for the sake of it?
Even the other day, me get a offer to do a cameo in a film. But me tell them, say them have to send me the script first. When we get the script, like, it was all right and thing, it's like a romantic comedy, but there's a whole heap of bad word in it. So I said, boy, I'm going to love it, you know, because my granddaughter can't watch it. So I have to leave it, you know.
Okay. I would have grabbed it.
Yeah, maybe you would, but, you know.
No, every man to his own. Every man to his own.
Yeah. But I have to live by my principles still, yes. If you don't live by your own principles, then you don't have nothing, you know. So.
Now I'm going to ask I'm going to ask everybody who's here if there is any questions. You got the next 10 minutes. Okay, where it is open to you to ask Macka a question. All right, and we'll start with Phil's question here. Is there anything you wanted to do but didn't get the chance?
It's a good question still. No, really still. Nothing before the time. That's how we see it, you know, and we can still do anything we want to do. So anything that I want to do, I'm still going to do it, you know. Okay. Within, I will still do it. And it's some things, not really regrets, but certain things you might change, you know.
So if there was one thing that you change, what would you change?
With wisdom and understanding and certain things, you know. You know, some of the things that change are more personal things, though, you know. It's nothing big, nothing major. You know what I mean? It's just certain things with certain people, you know. Certain people you help and you realize, say, boy, you could have put that help into another direction, to another person and those kind of things, you know. Some people let you down with certain things and you say, oh. But it's all part of life, you know. It's all part of life experience, and everybody have challenges, and part of life is dealing with the challenges, you know. So
yeah, that's
just have to give thanks, you know.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, I thought what we could do is we could play out on a track that you've got. Let me see now where me put it. Jamaica
vibes.
Aha. And that one there?
Yeah, Jamaica vibes. Yeah, I didn't know tune still, because I just try tell the people them say the Jamaica vibe, especially in Jamaica, you know, if you listen to the music of Jamaica, like with the youth them, it's more like it's a dancehall, but it's like a trap dancehall them I do, you know. And it's more like hip hop.
Okay.
You know? It's like they don't realize the power of reggae music around the world. Reggae is such a powerful phenomenon around the world, you know. All them youth they have to do is put for them life experience within the reggae music, and it gone.
But this is what
international.
Yeah, because it's just like when we were talking. I mean, I find Ninja Man more interesting when he's being interviewed than when he's performing.
Yeah. Because sometimes when they're performing, they have to put on a persona. You see me, I said, they have to play a role. Especially when the crowd is there, you know. But the thing with a lot of the Jamaican artists now, a lot of them are very popular and go all around the world and see a whole heap of different things and experience a lot of different things. And a lot of them can uplift the ghetto, as them call it, uplift the youth them in the ghetto. Instead of going like you is still in the ghetto and you still have that ghetto mentality, you see different things, bring the youth them up, uplift them. You see me I say? So that me try to do all the time. When we go around the world and see certain things and you have certain experience, use our experience and plant a seed of knowledge into the minds of the younger ones, so they can make that manifest and nurture it and make it grow and make it bloom, you know?
Because I mean, you are living proof, yeah, that you don't. I don't really want to use the word sellout, but in a way, that's what I'm pertaining to. That even without having to sell out, you can still traverse the world. You can still become international, even though you did not deliberately set out to do so. Yeah, that it is actually feasible, and it is actually possible. And the one thing I did say to you, and I will say to you again, is you belong to the UK. I don't care which part of the world y'all go. We are. You belong to we. You are us. We are you, and you are we. Because I did ask you, why is it you still live in the UK?
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. It's one of those things, and where I am at the appointed time is where I am at that appointed time, and where I'm supposed to be at that appointed time. So where I will be at another appointed time is where I will be.
Yeah, I understand that. So let me tease them now with the the new track that you've got, Jamaica Vibes. Oops, I started it.
The world of Jamaica. And as an Hanoverian, Jamaican, African, born in England, Macka B love the vibes. You have to keep that vibes alive. Just remember your Jamaican vibes. The world over your Jamaican vibes. Never forget the Jamaican vibes. You have to keep the vibes alive. Yes, the island of Jamaica where me people them born. Over the years me say the place a transform. Things we never used to go on, me see say them a go on. Me see say them a go on, so me a ring the alarm. You know say reggae music take the world by storm. All over the world people a see it a perform. Treasure it and nurture it and hold it in your palm. Keep on playing reggae from a dusk till dawn. Remember cow never know the use of him tail until he gone. When fly and yam him up then him a wonder what a go on. Whole time parable a warn me a warn. Said all over the world people see what's going on. Just remember your Jamaican vibes. The world over your Jamaican vibes. Never forget your Jamaican vibes. You have to keep the vibes alive. Yes, people not just go to Jamaica cause it's sunny. The music make Jamaica make a whole lot of money. There might not be another Bob Peter or Bunny. Still the reggae big round the world, nothing no funny. We need some more bass man, we need some more drummy. The youth them have to pick up some guitar and start strumming. The youth them have to carry and the youth them can't done it. Or else another man we take you over and run it. Just remember your Jamaican vibes. Never forget your Jamaican vibes. The world over your Jamaican vibes. You have to keep the vibes alive. Yes, say whether for Rasta or the culture, whether the music or the sport, the island of Jamaica, whole heap of people love them most.
Now I have to stop that Jamaican stuff. I have to stop it. I have to stop it. I have to stop it. Listen, you're not gonna see nothing but pure Jamaica flags in this place. Look, they must start come. They must start come. Behave on yourself. Behave on yourself. Behave on yourself. Behave on yourself. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them.
Yeah.
Macka B, man, thank you very much for spending this time with me. You know, it's something that I'm going to treasure in my heart for a very long time to come. And I know that the Ransom Banch crew, who are all over this at the moment, are very happy and very pleased. There are a set of people who have helped me to develop the several platforms that I have, you know, and it's kept me going through lockdown. Is there any few words you'd like to say to everybody to close the show?
Well, I say give thanks still for the vibes. You know, you're a good presenter still. You know, you really have a good vibration. You know,
I do.
Yeah, man, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Did you hear that, people? Did you hear?
Me not say that lightly still. You know.
Okay.
And bless up everybody in the chat and everybody watching and who will be watching in the future. You know, and give thanks for the support of everybody. And just remember, when you hear Macka B or when you hear any other conscious artist, it's not just music. We have to take in the message and, you know, as I said earlier, nurture it and make it grow and spread it around the community and try uplift people and make it a better world and a better community, you know. We can do it, you know. And if you want to change the world, first thing you have to do is change yourself. Yeah. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Yeah. Never a truer word said, my friend. It's the only way that change is going to come. It has to come from within. It's just a shame that a lot of people haven't really picked up on that, to be honest with you. But yes, as I've said, and I will say it again, Black British born Jamaican. We're very, very proud of you, Macka B. We are extremely proud of you, and for the message that you've sent around the world. Actually, you know, you've given us a sense of being, a sense of self. You've helped us with our history. You've taken us through puberty as well. You have, bruv. You have, because that tune that you did with Kofi, that was when Lovers Rock hit the world. at the same time, and you brought spirituality and lovers rock together. But you didn't stop there. You continued, and you went around the world, and you stayed true to yourself. You've explained and you've showed to us what it means to have principles and to have morals, and to understand that change is only going to come about when we look in the mirror and make it ourselves. Thank you for watching tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've just seen one of our own prophets here tonight, and thank you very much for joining me. And please do watch the promos, and you'll catch up with some of the other shows that I do. Macka, this will run for about maybe 6 minutes, and then I'd just like to say goodbye to you personally in the green room, if that's okay. But if you got to go, I totally understand.
All right, me hold on. Blessed love. Yes, I. Yes, I'd like to give thanks to everyone for all of their support. The Medical Mondays has become very popular all over the world.
Yes, I am. Give thanks. Well, this next one is called Step Up. When we say step up, always try and step up in your life. Always try and do better and better every day. When you step up in your life, you can do anything you want to do. When you step up in your life, you can be anybody that you want to be. This one is called Step Up. Now this one called a Step Up in our life. Yeah, man.
When we go shopping, he carries the shopping bags.
So you're not carrying nothing?
No, I just walk with my 2 hand free. Honestly,
I don't know if
we're running out of time.
Wait.
Time. Red card.
I'll say first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube.
Respect your husband, all right? Allow him to be the man he can be. Don't cheat, all right? Make sure. Shut up! Allow him to talk.
I'm gonna turn off my camera.
Yes or no? Altia?
Nope. Never have.
Very cool.
The question is, countryman, have you done it?
Right. Okay.
Some flags up there.
Have you ever slept with one of your ex's friends?
Rudy, have you?
Does fingering count?
What you put me on this time of morning? You're gonna scare everybody.
It was a cassette. You know when you had to push the pencil in between into the hole? Yes, man. And finish.
It's a warning.
Well, straight away, red flag. Phone community, why are we the guinea pigs now?
Yeah, man.
I feel like when you are speaking up for yourself, it should be unapologetic and it should be honest. I think that we all.
But in Ubuntu, we have programs that kind of look at identity, raising self-esteem, looking at our history.
Often when you watch the news and stuff, everyone's talking about race. And I'm just thinking, well, there's more than that. I know just having no dad and having to work out what it means to be a black man in the UK.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudy Liquid, Saturday morning mayhem.
Morning, darling.
Hey,
everyone.
Who have on them telephone? Come on, put up with the telephone.
Join them with interviews.
There's no formula there. That's what I'm saying.
Peter, hear me out, Peter. It said, can you write down the number 8 times? That means no, it's not times. That multiplication. It said write it down 8 times, Peter.
If you didn't have the answer, would you get it?
You're the one who's here. You're the. Oh God, we got another one. We got another one. It's so bitter this morning now. So.
And quizzes.
Doesn't mean you can't repeat a word. It means you can't repeat the same sentence.
Let's see then.
Okay. Countryman is
and
not
you
allowed.
Can't stall.
Countryman, yeah, and you're not allowed to stall. Countryman is not allowed to ask you the same question twice. Boom. I'm going to ring a bell in a moment. Okay, and I'm going to leave the room. Okay. And the conversation will take place.
You married?
I am not.
You ever had an affair?
I haven't.
You haven't?
I haven't.
You did say it twice. You did.
I did. Yeah. Well, you shouldn't ask me the same question twice.
I agree. The same question shouldn't be asked twice.
Yeah, I don't think he didn't ask the same question twice.
Oh, it sounded like it to me. But never mind. It was fun anyway.
No, you did well.
A few people are saying he did.
Wait, hold on. I feel, you know what? There's a lot of bitterness in here, yeah, and I know where the bitterness is. I know where the bitterness is coming. Bitter, man.
He says in his chat.
You're bitter, you man. You're bitter.
15 minutes with Rudy Liquid and DJ Countryman. Saturday mornings, gonna be the same again.
Incredible.